Retired Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens has a new book out, so he's been doing a little bit of a media tour recently promoting it. And we heard that he came out against the death penalty. We covered that on the show. And we also learned that he is now pro-gun control. In fact, he even wants to go as far as to amend the Constitution to, like, clarify the Second Amendment and make it more restrictive. But I actually, believe it or not, I don't even agree with him on that. Because the Second Amendment isn't really all that, like, open and anarchistic on the issue of guns. A lot of people misinterpret what the Second Amendment actually means and what the history of it is, so they act like, yes, it allows you to have anything at any time ever. But that's not true. And I think John Paul Stevens kind of bought into that mindset that, like, well, we should really amend it to make it more restrictive. But you don't even need to do that. If you just interpret it the way you're supposed to, then you wouldn't fucking need to amend it. Amend the amendment. So, amend the amendment. Well said, Kyle. I'm very good at speaking today, if you can't tell. He just did an interview with NPR, and he took it even further on a new issue. Listen to this. They ask him, an increasing number of states are legalizing marijuana. Should federal law? He says, yes. I really think that that's another instance of public opinion that's changed, and recognize that the distinction between marijuana and alcoholic beverages is really not that much of a distinction. Alcohol, the prohibition against selling and dispensing alcoholic beverages, has, I think, been there's a general consensus that it was not worth the cost. And I think really in time, that will be the general consensus with respect to this particular drug. Wow, man. I must say, I'm impressed. Because there's so many stories that we do where people seem like they're just not able to diagnose what the future holds. And this is so prevalent on the right. Like, everybody on the right can't foresee what's going to happen in the future with certain political issues. But a lot of people on the left, too. You know, like, a lot of people on the left, they're just, like, they're fucking running around like chickens with their heads cut off, like, who's gonna end up winning this gay marriage debate in time? We don't know. It's up in the air. Like, no, you fucking idiots. Of course we are gonna win it. What are you, crazy? I mean, that's like saying in the middle of the civil rights debate, like, who is gonna eventually win the civil rights debate? We don't know. Maybe there will be segregation until the year 3000. No, obviously we're going to push it in the right direction because people get fed up and then we fight for the right thing and then we start making logical conclusions and we go, oh, okay, that's fucked up. Let's fix that, you know? So, but here's a person who's actually able to diagnose the problem in a way that makes sense. Where he's like, look, man, we could pretend like the worst thing ever, keep it banned, yada, yada. But we all know where the historical trends are going. Or we don't know, actually, but I know which way the historical trends are going. And over time, I don't know when it's going to happen, but you will have weed legal on a federal level, and it's really not that big of a deal.